Thanks. Our team coverage now turns to Western Mass News reporter Olivia Hickey, who joins us live with a travel advisory if you are out on the roads tonight. Olivia.
Matt, the mix of heavy rain and gusts of wind can make for a more difficult commute, which is why a local towing company says you should take extra caution if you're stepping behind the wheel. A gloomy Sunday for parts of Western Mass. In Springfield, our Western Mass News crews captured rain and lots of it. Our first alert meteorologists say rain has been heavier at times, which could lead to minor street flooding.
We do see an added amount of flat tires during heavy rainstorms because people hit objects in the road that they can't see.
Stephen Gonville is the general manager at Interstate Towing. He says business picks up during the rainy weather and has this advice for drivers.
Watch out for the standing water. Try to avoid the potholes as best as possible without, causing any damage or, risk of getting into another accident. Pay attention to the road, not your cell phones, and slow down.
A wind advisory was also issued for Berkshire County. National Grid officials tell Western Mass News they've been watching the forecast and have crews on standby because wind brings with it the chance for power outages. They also remind people never touch down power lines. Always assume they are live electric wires and report them immediately to the National Grid or local first responders. Keep bottled water and canned food handy. They say power problems could sometimes impact public water supply systems or disable water pumps. And if you use a generator during a power outage, be sure to operate it outdoors. And now taking a live look at our MEMA map right behind me, you can see there are minimal outages in Western Mass. We are seeing just below 70. Reporting live in studio, Olivia Hickey for Western Mass News.